Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the seven wonders of the world, and basically they are in relation to the seven tips to make your life a lot better than what it is. So, the number one rule I'm going to talk about is I talked about it before, is visualization. Now, I guess you gotta visualize what you wish to become, and then in that you have to realize that you already have it, because the more you realize you don't have it, a lot of sorrow is going to come into your life and different things. So I've talked about it before, and it's not really about, oh, dreaming about this and that. You do have to put some effort into it. A lot of the times they say when you're not looking for it, it will come to you, and that's something that you will need to learn how to surrender. So in that, you know, sometimes what comes to your door is actually not what you're looking for. Maybe you want to meet someone who's tall, blonde, and you meet someone that's short and dark haired. So it's not always how you perceive it to be. Sometimes it is. It depends how good you are at aligning yourself with surrendering and just thinking of it, letting it go, believing you already have it, and it should manifest for you. But the other thing, I suppose, is there's always going to be people around where you don't really want to hang out with and different things, and maybe they're related to you and your family and stuff. And with that, the best thing is to do is you can be with about 33% of negativity people, and then the rest you need to be with the better half, but the better people. So that's number one. Number two is this probably is the key to life. It's a life journey. This one is to know thyself. So to know thyself takes reassessing your life, looking inwards, an inward journey, which a lot of people unfortunately look outwards. They look outwards and see what's going to make them happy, but really it all should come from within. And with with loving yourself, a lot of things will come. You'll be able to love someone else, and you'll be able to even communicate with people. You'll be able to listen to people. You'll be able to commit to someone. You'll probably exceed your partner's expectations when you start going on the journey of knowing thyself. It is a life journey, as I said, but it's definitely worth going on that journey. Because when you do, so many things happen. Like when you do love yourself, also you can see the truth. You'll search for the truth. You'll see things as they are, and not in your own illusions and stuff. So you become very level-headed, and even in loving yourself as well. I suppose a great saying what Napoleon said was, if the poor didn't have religion, they'd kill all the rich. Because really, you have to be able to tell. In religion, you're kind of taught, be nice and be kind and forgive. That's all good, but you have to be every spice of life. You have to be able to tell people, this ain't going down the way I want it to go. There's no reason why your partner, your parents, even your children can come into your life and disrespect you, especially if they're your kids. You are the ruler of your own house, and if they're not going to abide by your rules, then they can go somewhere else. So there's in the self-love, you also become very strong. You become every flavor of life, and you tell people how it is, and you're stern, and you can tell people to shove it up there, if you feel like that, because they're not respecting you. So a lot of things come about when you go on the journey of self-love. Um, and you'll never be able to commit to anyone if you don't have that. The other thing is, number three is, you have to be brave in life, courageous and stuff like that. None of these rules are, I suppose, going to manifest for you if you don't become brave, and that's you need to, that's when you're strengthening yourself and loving yourself. You will become braver. And so those two things do kind of combine. Um, the other one is number 4 is, I guess, it's the team that you're going to build around you, and the growth that you're going to allow yourself to go on. With the they say you become the 5 people you hang out with, and it's very true, but you become even the books you read, what you watch, what you listen to, it will come out of your mouth. If you're reading garbage or watching the news, all the negativity, it will all come out of your mouth. Like, I don't even watch the news because I know I'll meet someone who will tell me the whole story of the news. So don't even bother. It's very negative and stuff like that. So, yeah, so you'll become everything that you surround yourself with and your environment. So you choose, it's your life, you make the decisions. And, you're going to have to be a bit brave. You're going to have to say what you want and what you don't want. Yeah, so I definitely just be mindful of what you're putting in and feeding your mind with, and different things, and the people you're around. You'll see massive changes when you start doing all these things that I'm saying. The other one is number 5 is, they even say, it's laughter. You should be laughing about 5 times a day if you're quite happy, statistically. But yeah, I know sometimes life seems like a battlefield, and most people that are very, they say entrepreneurs and stuff, they always feel they're battling through life. But it can become a playground, if you become a little bit wise to life, and enjoy it. And knowing yourself as well and loving yourself, you'll start to love life. Actually, you'll be able to give yourself to another person, your own life to someone else. You'll be able to give your own life to even a higher source, to God, and you'll be able to love this life as well. So yeah, and that will all, and you'll laugh at your failures, so you will, and you'll see things more in a different light, so you'll not take life so serious, and there's no need to take life so serious. Number 6, I can't really do it with my fingers, because the one hand's holding the phone, but number 6, what did I write down? Time. Whoa. Time. Let time be on your side. The first philosopher, Socrates, talked about it. How we waste time, and when you look back at your life, you will see, God, I did waste time. So reassessing time management is very important, because we think we are immortal in many ways, and we need to assess it. Like, for me, I'll go to work, then I'll come home, I'll go to the gym, then I'll do an hour of reading, and then I'll do an hour of spending time with family, and then maybe I'll watch something on YouTube or something. But look, I wouldn't even expect you to read an hour. I'd expect you to read for 15 minutes. I would expect you, like what Charlie Munger said, is to go to bed a little bit wiser every night, and only 15 minutes. If you learn something new every day, it's really important. So you're always growing. That's part of life, is growing all the time. The minute you stop growing, and stunt that growth, you may as well stop living. I also, even when you see someone growing every day, they're a new person, they're a different person. You learn from them, they learn from you, and you see a different person every single day. Especially with your partner, you'll see someone new every day. But the minute, I think this is a rule. You can go out with anyone, but if someone isn't willing to grow, just the willingness to grow, the relationship it will end. So it will. So that willingness to grow will always make you interested in that person, passionate about that person. But if they're not willing to grow, there'll be a dead end, and that's it. It's, you know, you need to assess your time and start looking and making sure you're growing in different things. Um, yeah, and then the end, I guess, is there are no mistakes. A lot of people are very tough on themselves. Um, in life, your failures are as just as important as your triumphs. Um, your failures actually are normally a wake-up call to say, you're in the wrong, you're going in the wrong direction. So, back it up, um, turn around, get back on the track when you go on to failures. You cannot have one moment in time defining the rest of your life, because your life is so much bigger than that. So, use them. For me, I always use my failures as teaching lessons for me, and I never repeat the same mistake again. So I always grow. So I always grow from my mistakes. So, yeah, that's really it. I'm just, on the route, the most important is the self-love. To be honest with yourself. There's going to be, when you start looking inwards, you're going to have those conversations, being honest, and you're going to say, oh, I was really angry about that, and I pretended I wasn't, and different things will come out, and you're going to end up being your best friend to yourself. So that's a lifelong journey. You'll discover lots of different things, and it will change your life forever. Like, I did talk about saying, don't be silly and think, everything's going to happen overnight. It normally takes 5 years, and then even 10 years. Most entrepreneurs and different things expanding, looking at their life. It's not overnight success like this, the show on TV, and it's the same with relationships. They just don't manifest overnight. They take time. But like big challenges that you're going to want, maybe like buying a house. 5 years will probably take you to save a deposit. On the 10th year, you'll probably be pretty well on with savings and that. But it's not all doom and gloom. Actually, you will notice things in a week. Like, I met a woman and I said, you look different. And she goes, yeah, last 2 weeks I've been swimming 3 days a week. And you could notice straight away within 2 weeks. You will notice changes, or people might notice them more than you will, very quickly. Like, even if you start checking your time, if you start working 12 hours a day, you will manifest in 3 months what you will achieve in 1 year. Okay, so if you work 12 hours every day for 3 months, working on yourself, you'll manifest what you could do in a whole year. So massive, if you put in the work, persistence and focus, different things like that, and effort, you will make a lot of changes within your life. And that's, that's up to you what you want to do there. But there's a thing, people just, listen, and listening's good because a lot of people talk, but when you listen, you put it into practice. So there's no point listening unless you put it into practice, what I'm saying. Give yourself a few weeks. If you do find any benefits, get back to me, okay? Probably above this video will be a link to my blog, and I'll see you then. Okay, bye.